Hello there, folks. This quick video today is going to show how to use a Redline Data Station Plus product to take tags from a Banner wireless system and have it talk to a Allen Bradley ControlLogix or CompactLogix PLC, one that is based in the RS Logix 5000 programming package. So first I'm going to start out here in Crimson 3 software, and I'll do File New. And in this example, I'm going to use a DSP-LE, which is the red box designed just for protocol conversion. That's all it does. You'll notice right here, this section right here, beforehand I had chose a different model. You can tell up here the different model number right here. You can see the different model number right here. But when I choose the DSP-LE and click OK, watch what will happen to all this stuff right here. So I click OK, here we go. Notice how it all disappears because the LE model simply does protocol conversion. So in this case, I'm going to click on the RS-45 COM port here in the communications, and I'm going to pretend that I'm talking to a DX80 gateway, Banner wireless gateway system, or the gateway master system. So I'll hit pick here, and I'll slide down to the word Modbus. I'm going to set up the HMI to be a Modbus master. So I'll go down here and select Modbus right here, and I'm going to choose the driver Universal Master right here, and then I'll click the OK button. Now the one thing I will point out to you right here, folks, is that the baud rate right here on the Banner system by default is set to 19200. So I'm going to hit the pull down here and I'm going to choose 19200. That takes care of setting up the driver correctly. Everything else should be fine here. Let's click on the PLC1 right here, this right here. You notice that the drop number or the slave number is number 1. That's the default for the DX80 gateway as well. However, over here where it says PLC1, I'm going to rename this DX80 underscore IO for the wireless system, DX80 underscore IO. Alright, now if I go to the network tab right here, and the network tab, this is going to be the Ethernet port on my Data Station Plus. So I'm going to have to enable this because I want to be able to talk to my ControlLogix or CompactLogix over Ethernet. So I'm going to hit the pull down here and I'm going to choose Manual Configuration. And on Manual Configuration, you'll notice the default address right here, 192.168.1.20. That should be okay. One thing I will point out to you, folks, while I'm in here, I don't know why that red does that, but if you go here to the Download tab, and if you enable this here, and if the red box happens to have a compact flash card in it, going forward, you can download later, next time, over Ethernet. The first time you got to use the USB connection to set it up, but if this is turned on, then the next time you could actually download to it over Ethernet, as long as you have a compact flash card in that unit as well. Now if I click on Protocol 1 here on the left, and in this case I'm going to set this up here to talk to the Allen Bradley, so if I hit the pick button right here, I'm going to slide down to the manufacturer Allen Bradley, and again in this case we want to talk to either a CompactLogix or a ControlLogix PLC, so I'm going to choose the native tag via the L5K enhanced driver right here, this one. And then I'll click the OK button. And on this particular, I'll make this a little wider so you can see the drivers. If I click on the device right here, I need to make sure that the IP address right here matches that of my PLC. So let's say in this example that my PLC happens to be .10, for instance. So I'll put in 192.168.1.10 there. And then if you look right here, there's this section right here where it says Tag Management. I'm going to come back to this in a little bit because I got to do some work in my Rockwell software. But I'm going to go over here, and where it says PLC2, I'm going to rename this CompactLogix. And actually the one we're going to work on is going to be an L32 model today. I think that's correct. I'll do L32. Alright, that kind of takes care of setting up this for now. Let me go over to the Rockwell software. So I'm going to go to the Rockwell software here. I'm using RS Logix 5000, the software from Allen Bradley. And if I hit the file in new, and I'm going to choose for this default a 1769 L32E. The E means it's got an Ethernet port on it, not the C as in control logics, or not control logics, but control net, I'm sorry. This is going to be on Ethernet. The latest version I've got in my software is 19. Of course, there's about 3 or 4 new versions since then, but since the software is not free from Allen Bradley, I have not upgraded mine in a while. But let's say that I want to call this project Compact Logic. I'm going to call this PLC Compact Logic. And I'll hit the OK button here. Let's see what it does here. It says not responding, but it will update here in a second. Alright, so if you look here, I've got the controller called Compact Logic. If I go to controller tags, let's say that I just want to build some tags to get data from the banner world here. So I'm going to add a tag here. I'm going to go down here to this lower section right here and click Edit Tags. And let's say that I put here a tag. I'm going to call it DX80 underscore, let's say this is going to be IO underscore 1. Okay. So that'll be, we'll pretend that's going to be register number 1 coming from there. Let's say I add another one here, DX80 underscore IO underscore number 17. This would be register number 1 on node 1 in the system. And let's say I add another one here, DX80 underscore temperature. I'm going to call one temperature. If I can spell temperature this morning. So let me make this a little bigger so you can see it here. So you can see I've got 3 tags here. By default, Allen Bradley considers them a double integer. I'm just going to make them an integer by doing int. This, because they actually are all just integers in this case. There. Alright, so I've got these 3 tags here. And you know what? Let's make one more here. Let's do DX80. And let's say that I'm going to look at register number 8. Actually, let's look at register number 24, because that's going to be the node status, I believe it is. And then let's also do this. Let's add an output one here. So let's go DX80 here again. And if I just go IO underscore number 9, that should be an output register. And once again, I'll make these ints. Yep. And this one here will also be int. Okay. Alright, so I've got these 5 tags here listed. Now what I'm going to do in Rockwell software, you can save your project if you want here. Hit the little disk, save it. But then if I also go to the File pull-down menu, and if I do the File Save As, and this time I'm going to save my program to the desktop, but instead of it, let's see here, instead of it down here being an ACD type file right here, if you hit the little pull down right here, you can make it what's called a RSLogix 5000 import export file, L5K. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit the save button. Notice the name, Compact Logic. I'll hit the save button here. And it's going to create a little exportable table that I can use in the Redline Crimson 3 software. So I'm going to go back to Crimson 3. And I'm on my Compact Logic here in Crimson 3 in the communication section. And right here where it says Tag Management, if I click this button right here, now if I click the Import L5K right here, I can find that program. I think it was called Compact Logic right here. Click on Compact Logic and click Open. Look at that. Why is it doing that?